Jeff Bezos reportedly wants more conservative opinion writers at the Washington Post. Interesting.
Wonder why.
Very, very interesting. And Jeff Bezos, there was going to be something put out, I think, about him endorsing Kamala or some shit like that, and he killed the story.
100%.
And a lot of these people, these billionaires, are kind of, I think they're realizing that there's a high likelihood that Trump is going to win this election, so they're kind of setting themselves up for success. Mark Zuckerberg, obviously, pseudo supported Trump. And now he's saying some shit about he's for free speech, which I don't fucking believe until we go ahead and actually see Facebook do something. Those fucking losers over there. But we'll see what happens.
Isn't it funny though? Whenever there's election time, all these
Mark Zuckerberg,
big tech companies, they rally for the possible winner. But in reality speaking, I think Trump is a better option anyway. So not a bad choice.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg, aka Mark Zuckerberg, dude. Literally, admitted, put a memo out that he caved with the whole, pandemic and,
Biden administration
misinformation with the Biden administration. Now he's come back and say, oh yeah, I'm more for free speech. Dude, stop talking and just make it happen. You know what I mean? Like the dude literally is just sitting here talking about, oh yeah, I want to make Facebook free speech. Bro, Meta is one of the most fucking censored platforms on social media by far.
Yeah. And also, for a company at that size, you want to be cool with the government or whoever's in power, because that's going to give you points so you can do whatever you want, pretty much. So I see what he was doing there with that, but it's still not like...
Honestly, all these social media companies should just be free speech, bro. They never will, but they should be free speech.
In a perfect world, they should be, but will they be? Nah. Because they got donors, funding, they got like support from different groups of people.
Unfortunately.
So it's like, they're still bought at the end of the day. They're not like really free companies.
And the thing that pisses me off is that, look, if you guys want to go ahead and censor under the guise of we are a private company, fine. But you know what? Then don't go ahead and take government orders. You can't sit there and take government orders and censor at behest of the government and then violate niggas' rights. That doesn't make sense. The government, right? If you're going to follow government rules and follow what they say, then you got to abide by the fucking Constitution, First Amendment.
Yeah.
That's my problem, is that they go ahead and one side and say that we're a private company, we can do what we want to do, fine, but then you guys are taking government direction and censoring certain things that you don't want out there for the benefit of the government. Well, that violates the First Amendment.
Does anyone actually follow the First Amendment anymore? I feel like it's there, but it's like just like a figurehead. Like, it's almost like it's just like there, but not really active. Because look at it from their point of view. Why would I go against the government in real time if I'm actually like a company at that size? They're gonna say, yo, you know what? Just to be safe and be protected, I'll work with you guys. However, like you said before, they're not following the First Amendment, so it just means that they're just following whoever's in lead, pretty much.
Yeah, well, the thing is that, we need to exercise the First Amendment to force them to accept it. Because the problem is that if you don't exercise the First Amendment, then you can't really see how far it goes. You have to exercise it, but too many people are scared to exercise the First Amendment. That's the issue. That's the main issue. The people that are influential enough to actually test the strength of it, most of them are cowards.
I'll tell you this though, the more you don't use it,
they don't want to lose their money, which is fine.
The more it goes away.
The more what?
So the more we don't use the First Amendment, the more it's going to go away.
Absolutely.
Eventually.
Absolutely. This is why most celebs will not say anything that's like, controversial, because they don't want to lose their money. Most streamers will not say anything that's controversial so they don't lose their money.
It's funny.
They're scared.
Dom brought up a very good point. Once you enter into that space of having stuff or having a certain lifestyle and you're getting paid for it, and also Tommy brought up too, you kind of get like trapped into that lifestyle where you don't lose your money and lose, for example, sponsors that pay for maybe you taking care of your family, your cars, lifestyle. So you're like, you know what? I don't deal with that bullshit. I'm just gonna keep quiet.
Yeah.
I keep working.
Yeah. And that's what most of them do. I'll give you an example, right? Jinxie brought Sneako on his podcast. Sat on the interview for months. Literally sat on it for months. Didn't want to put it out. It wasn't until Sneako, and his audience, started putting pressure, calling him he put the interview out. And throughout the entire interview, all he tried to do was trying to paint Sneako in a certain light as a far-right conspiracy theorist, and that's not okay to think that way, blah blah, right? Trying to be a contrarian. But here's the problem, right? And this also got exposed when Sneako debated what's his name, Moist Critical,
Most Critical,
right, aka Charlie. the problem with a lot of these guys is they have middle of the road takes on things. So they don't really stand for anything. What they do is they have more of a central position, because the central position is a safe position and it still allows you to stay marketable, still allows you to stay profitable, and you're able to kind of just be a fence sitter. When you actually debate someone who has a harder stance, right? They can sit there and argue their viewpoints. This is why people, I respect Destiny, right? Because Destiny will sit there and have a conversation with people that he doesn't agree with, right? Some people might say that he's a far left liberal, whatever it may be. But look, he studies his stuff. He stands on what he says, and he's able to debate with people that have far different views, and he's want to have those conversations versus being a fence sitter that is too scared to give an opinion or give a real take on anything for the fear of being demonetized or being censored or whatever it may be. So when Jinxie brought Sneako on and he asked him these questions, all he did was prove that he doesn't really know anything, and he's a middle of the road guy, just like Charlie. They're going to go ahead and say what sounds good and what more people are kind of aligned with to make more money. Yeah. And they sit on the fence. A lot of people like that. Most YouTubers, most of these YouTubers, these reaction YouTubers that are big, they're fence sitters. You don't see them in debates actually having real discussions at all.
Also, when you're a good debater, people debate you, you become strong at your points. These actual liberals don't have any points at all. They just flicker like the wind, and they go with their prospective audiences, and they flicker like leaves in the wind. Sneako. So that's my shtick.
Bruh.
Okay, we can move forward. What the fuck? Hey, move forward, man. Move forward, bro. Okay. Yeah. That was great. That was good. See? Yeah, that was good. Yeah. I know. Very base take. Anyhow, nonetheless, I think these companies are very biased, and they will go for whoever's in power to look good. So, yeah, I know. I'm the cringe lord. Okay, next topic.
All right. Okay, so we were talking about
basically like what's happening now, and with companies, how they move with governments. So
yeah,
pretty much.
I think Jeff Bezos knows what's going on, Zuckerberg, etc. Even Mark Cuban probably sees what's going on, even though he's been adamantly anti-Trump the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Right? As if people give a fuck about his opinion. It's like, bro, nobody cares what Mark Cuban thinks about politics.
Listen to me.
Yeah, bro. Like,
see, I'm all for having power and having relevancy to make a change, but the problem, Mark, he wants to be everyone's shoes, bro. It's like, bro, stick to what you know, nigga. Like, come on, bro. Like, you have access and money to do what you need to do, but to shout to the top of the mountain to everybody, bro, nigga, who are you? Like, nigga, who are you, bro? Like, nobody cares.
And the other thing, too, is like, bro, you've been a billionaire for like 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, you've been very rich and famous for a very long time. You do not understand the average American's plight, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the average American is struggling to buy fucking food right now, nigga. You're over here trying to endorse someone that literally has made it worse. So, shut up. You know, and that's the problem with a lot of these celebrities. Whether it's Eminem endorsing Kamala and Tim Waltz, which I said rare L for Eminem, Beyonce coming out. All the top celebrities, or almost all of them, are endorsing Kamala Harris. Why? Because celebrities don't live in fucking reality.
Yeah.
They don't. They don't have to worry about buying milk, groceries, inflation, dealing with World War III if it does happen. They can always just go to another country and travel and be fine. Like, they don't have a lot of issues that the average American is dealing with. So that's why they could go ahead and sit there and, oh yeah, I endorse Kamala Harris for president. Like, bruh, it doesn't matter who's in office for you. So you can go ahead and endorse the worst candidate. You absolutely can, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the issue with a lot of these celebs. They don't live in reality. And then on top of that, you add in the fact that most of them are like raging Marxist leftists. It doesn't help, bro, at all. Doesn't help whatsoever. Beyonce just endorsed Kamala a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Which I knew that was, dude, everything I said happened. Beyonce endorsed her right before the election, and then Taylor Swift endorsed her right after the debate.
But did you see the audience and the crowd?
Yeah, what
because she didn't perform. They
got mad
and they left. Notice, right? They're there for how they feel and for a good show. And they thought, okay, Beyonce's coming. Performance time. No. A speech, and then she was out of there, my boy. hey, listen, bro, you guys want a Beyonce? You got her. Just not how you want her.
Yeah. So and then she walks out with Kelly Rowland, who's dressed like a dude. Like, bro, there's just clown world shit going on, man.
Yeah.
Just clown world
It's
shit
all
going
for
on.
emotional tugs at their heartstrings for
Yeah,
votes.
bro. That's what the Democrats have always done. It's all emotion. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all empty promises. Like, you know, turn the page. Like, we're on your book. Like, what are you talking about? Turn the page. Like, literally, we got the Biden, Kamala Harris book right now. I'm trying to return that shit to the library and get a new one. Like, turn the page. Fuck out of here. It's the same goddamn story, man.